Hey guys, it's Jonathan from Total Brohammer here, and it's time for some good old KFC Lord action. One of my favorite Lords in the Chaos roster, one of my favorite factions, in fact, Chaos, very competitive faction right now. I think I might actually put them at top tier right now. They don't really have any weaknesses, I would say. Like, there's no faction that's just fantastic against them. Not that I can think of anyway. Anyway, let's go over some armies. I am Chaos, and I'm actually fighting up against DahvPlays. This is the second round of the semifinals of Shadow Online Gaming's YouTuber tournament. And it's a little Chaos versus Greenskin action. So, let's get to it. So I have 4 Marauder Horsemen and 2 Chaos Warhounds with Poison. I had them in the corners in case Dav was going to try any sneaky business. They're fast enough to get back to my front line before we do indeed engage. My front line consists of 2 Forsaken on the edges here, 4 Chaos Warriors with great weapons, and a Chaos Marauder with great weapon in the center here. I've got a Dragon Ogre Shaggoth, as well as Sarthorael the Everwatcher with Plague of Rust and Transmutation of Lead for some debuffs. And that's it for my army. So for the mighty DahvPlays, we have the classic Gabo mobile firing squad of the actually, these are just regular Force Goblin Spider Riders. I agree with that. They apply the poison. You don't really need the Death Creepers. They're just more expensive and have regeneration. Range Marauders, really good, very mobile, very fast. Armor piercing, fantastic unit. Over on the left flank, way separated from his army, he has a Broken Tusk Mob. Don't know why they're way over there. As for his main force, he has 2 Goblins. Not sure I really like these guys. He can use them to try and zone out my Marauder Horseman, though. That's what I would use them for. He's got 2 Orc Biggins. He's got 1 Black Orc. Interesting. Only 1 Black Orc against Chaos, who is typically very armored. He's got the Unbreakable Night Goblins over here. Over here he's got the Warlord's Boys, so these must be the AP Coloonies. Why does it show their name in-game? I don't know. Anyway, he's also got 2 Nasty Sulkers. Love Nasty Sulkers, love the Smoke Bomb. He's got the Arachnarok Queen, a Night Goblin Shaman with, what are these spells? What are these spells he has brought against us? Sneaky Sabin and Itchy Nuisance, as well as, interestingly enough, a Grimgor Ironhide. So, this is the second game of, the tournament, and I don't know if I really agree with Dav's build so far. Not liking them for like a competitive tournament style play. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and get into it. I'm going to have Sarthorael over here just taking the shots. He's wasting his ammo. Sarthorael has what, 60 missile resistance. Not worried about it. Not worried about it at all. They can waste their ammo all they want on the mighty Sarthorael the Everwatcher. Seeing that he sees that, so he's actually going to start moving to shoot at my Dragon Ogre Shaggoth, but I'm just going to move across. I got a lot more mobile than him. Let's go run these guys down. So that's what we're going to try to do with our Marauder Horsemen. And Dahl's just going to sit over here. So the mighty Grimgor Ironhide, he has his AoE buffs. Does not have Get Snick or whatever the hell his thing is called. Didn't really got a little bit of damage on his Force Goblin Spider Riders, but I'm not really worried about them at all. Alrighty. So we're still approaching, still wasting some ammo. They wasted like 25% of their ammo on Sarthorael the Everwatcher. Now they are actually starting to do some damage. He's sending in his Broken Tusk Mob. I'm going to come in a little too hot. Seeing that these guys are coming in, I'm like, nope, not going to happen. I'm going to have my Hounds go after the Morgos Range Marauders. Going to catch them there. And I'm going to bring Sarthorael the Everwatcher. Going to go ahead and have him break the charge. And hopefully, they still get a charge on my Forsaken. Going to be throwing some javelins at these guys. As you see, 25% health gone already. Shaggoth is coming in for that Fear and Terror. And I have my Marauder Horseman coming to get in some good shots here. So, not a great engagement. 25, yeah, not great. So I'm going to have my Hounds keep on chasing these guys. Feeling a strong point over here, I'm going to go ahead and keep on chasing these Broken Tusk Mob. Over here, I'm just going to engage across the front line here, and I'm actually going to pop a Plague of Rust upgraded on the Arachnarok Queen, and start using all my Marauders with javelins to start throwing at her. So reduce her armor, and then start throwing at her. She still has 90 armor, so it's not going to be that great. But as you can see, we're doing some damage. So over here, I take care of the Broken Tusk Mob, and then move right on through to these Force Goblin Spider Riders. In the front line, being that my army is very armored, and he did not bring a ton of armor piercing, we're going to do quite well. The Forsaken are going to do really well against these Goblins and Warlord's Boys. Over here I'm going to drop a Transmutation of Lead, and have the mighty Sarthorael the Everwatcher, as well as my Shaggoth go after the Ragnarok Queen. I'm moving all my Marauder Horsemen around so they can keep on shooting at this Ragnarok. Now, I don't actually notice that he has Grimgor. As you can see, Grimgor's going to pop the wall here, making all these guys so much stronger. And he is putting a real beating on Sarthorael the Everwatcher. Sarthorael, I'm going to, once I see this, I'm going to get out of there real fast. I'm not paying enough attention, and the Shaggoth is also just fighting these hatchlings instead of anything else. Grimgor got a couple good hits on Sarthorael the Everwatcher. I'm like, okay, let's go spread some fear and terror and get out of here. So seeing that my Shaggoth is now alone, I'm going to be bringing him out in a moment too. I'm going to try waiting for another Plague of Rust to go down on this Ragnarok Queen. Now we're all going to start firing at her. As you can see, we've done good damage to her. Now I'm going to start pulling this Dragon Ogre Shaggoth out. So unfortunately for me, the Fear and Terror didn't kick in quite as fast as I wanted to, but now it's starting to kick in. I'm going to just be running around the front line. As you can see, I'm using my Hounds in the back line to just chase off routing units as well as get their ranged units. Now that the Spider's kind of separated from the mighty Grimgor Ironhide, I'm going to go after him with my with my Dragon Ogre Shaggoth as well as Sarthorael. But Dav makes a very nice play here and uses the smoke bomb of these nasty skulkers. So very good play on him. As you see, Grimgor gets a really good hit on my Dragon Ogre. And we're just going to keep on moving towards that Ragnarok Spider. I'm going to go ahead and bring Sarthorael the Everwatcher out of here. I don't want anything to do with Grimgor. Same thing with Dragon Ogre Shaggoth. The way you deal with Grimgor is you ignore him. So I'm going to have my Dragon Ogre Shaggoth keep on hitting on these guys. Sarthorael's going to come in, then I'm going to try to get him out of there. Over here, he's summoning some Spider Hatchlings, but as you can see, the Chaos Warhounds of Poison are doing really good. Sorry, the Chaos Warriors with Great Weapons are doing really good against this combination of Orc Biggins, Spider Hatchlings, and a Warlord's Boy. Now, the Warlord's Boy actually do have armor centering, so that's quite useful for my opponent here. These guys' armor is actually at 70 instead of 100. The Ragnarok Queen has been routed off by my Dragon Ogre Shaggoth, and I'm just trying to get my Dragon Ogre Shaggoth away from Grimgor Ironhide, especially while he's buffed. Right now, I have my Marauder Horsemen just splitting off into various different groups to, you know, help out wherever they can. These Marauder Horsemen are going to go make sure this Ragnarok Queen doesn't come back. These guys are making sure the nasty skulkers will come back. I had some Hounds over here working on all this fodder, but the Broken Tusk Mob has come back and is doing a really good job there. So this is what I love about the Marauder Horsemen. They're so cheap. You can use Plague of Rust to hit something and have them all concentrate on it. And you can have them chase down units. It's very useful against factions that have a lot of routing and coming back here. So as you can see, I got my Chaos Warhounds poison after this Night Goblin Shaman. He is not long for this world. Seeing that these guys are coming, I believe I'm going to pull these guys back because I can't chase the Spider anymore. And once I get Sarthorael and the Dragon Ogre Shaggoth, as well as put down a debuff, I'm going to start doing really good damage to these guys. Grimgor has once again caught up with my Dragon Ogre Shaggoth, so I'm just going to pull through my own line. Don't want anything to deal with Grimgor here. Now, I gotta say, these Night Goblins are doing really good. I should have pulled one of these guys away and had them come fight these Orc Biggins, who are doing surprisingly well against these Chaos Warriors with Great Weapons. I don't know if there was anything else involving that fight, but I'm trading pretty cost-effectively here. So at this point, he has a bunch of Broken Tusk Mob coming back. I'm shooting at him with Javelins. Gonna move my Marauder Horseman back just in the nick of time. Gonna have my Sarthorael and the good old Dragon Ogre Shaggoth come after these guys, finish them off. Gonna do some cycle charging with my Cav here just to kind of break these guys. As you can see, they almost break. He does pop a good smoke bomb, but they do break, so that's unfortunate for my opponent there. We finished up this flank. At this point, the Greenskins are going to be suffering from some leadership problems. So, yeah, just saved Grimgor Ironhide for last. Took out the rest of his army, and he got some good damage on our Shaggoth and Sarthorael, but it just wasn't enough. He's just not mobile enough. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to concentrate. I want to get army loss because fighting Grimgor is just going to take too long. So I'm going to have all my Marauder Horsemen start shooting at Grimgor. I think I'm going to give him a Plague of Rust just to have a little bit of fun with Dav here and move my infantry out of there. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do. So, overcasting Plague of Rust. Now we're throwing javelins at him, and you can see it's actually doing a lot of damage. He's only got 55 armor. And that's going to be it. So, Chaos, very, very strong. Very good game to DahvPlays here. Let's look at the breakdown. Sarthorael did pretty good with the debuffs and the Plague of Rust. Dragon Shaggoth and Sarthorael did a good job at spreading that fear and terror, and also doing damage to that Ragnarok Queen. Loved the Marauder Horseman, as I said, for all the reasons I said. The Chaos Warhounds with Poison also very useful in a matchup where the enemy has a lot of routing units, and as well as a lot of fast mobile units. Chaos War with Great Weapon, a pretty cost-effective Great Weapon unit, only 850, and they pretty much perform on the level of Empire Greatswords, but they do better and cost less, so, in most situations. But, yeah, Forsaken also did very well. I had him on the flanks, which was a good idea, because they were actually fighting Goblins, so that worked out great. These guys were just in the center, fighting probably Big Guns or Black Orcs, but 48 kills, I don't know. These guys, not bad, not bad. As for Dav's army, I disagree with the choice of Grimgor Ironhide. He's just too slow. If you can get the enemy pinned down, then he'll do great, but if you're Grimgor Ironhide, then you're not Warzag. You don't have the ability to pin down, so. Force Goblin Firing Squad, pretty good here. I like that I went with the cheaper Force Goblin Spider Rider Archers instead of the Death Creepers. Death Creepers are too expensive and don't bring a lot to the plate compared to these guys. Just regeneration, I think. Probably better melee stats, but who cares about that. Ragnarok Queen was an interesting choice. Chaos have a lot of halberds. Chaos have armor-piercing missiles in the way of their horsemen and marauders. They have Shaggoth, so interesting. I think what he was planning to do here was use the Ragnarok Queen to gather up all my large, like my Shaggoth and Sarthorael, then you bring Grimgor over there, which he did pretty effectively. But once I realized Grimgor was there, I just started running away, and well, he couldn't keep up. But yeah, I like these two goblins. I think he needs more Black Orcs. Biggins are an interesting choice. I like the Nasty Slowpits as well. Goblins are an interesting choice. I wouldn't bring them personally. And yeah, I probably would have gone with Azag or Wurzag for my lord. And the Goblin Firing Squad for sure. Anyway, guys, that's going to be all for this one. Very good game to DahvPlays here. Y'all make sure to check out his channel, as well as Shadow Online Gaming's channel. And that's going to be all for this one, guys. Jonathan from Total Brohammer, signing out.